Have you ever wondered why some parts of the world are digitally privileged while others are digitally deprived? In our interconnected world, we notice a stark contrast. On one end, we have bustling cities with high-speed internet at their fingertips, connecting people, powering businesses, and enabling digital education. Yet on the other end, there are remote corners of the world, where the internet is either a luxury or a distant dream, leaving communities isolated, businesses handicapped, and education limited. This disparity in access to digital resources is known as the global digital divide. It's not just about the internet, it's about opportunities and growth. It's about knowledge and empowerment. It's about a world divided between the digitally included and the digitally excluded. But what if we could change that? What if we could bridge this divide? And what if the answer lies not on Earth, but in the stars above? To bridge this digital gulf, one company has launched an ambitious project, Starlink. Starlink, an ambitious project by SpaceX, is taking a stellar leap to make global internet accessibility a reality. Imagine a constellation, not of stars, but of thousands of low Earth orbit satellites, all working in sync to deliver high-speed internet across the globe. That's Starlink for you. The operation of Starlink is a blend of space-age technology and cutting-edge innovation. At its core, it's composed of a network of satellites, known as a constellation, orbiting at altitudes ranging from 110 to 1,300 kilometers. These satellites, more than 12,000 of them, when the project reaches completion, are designed to communicate with each other using laser links, creating a web of coverage over the Earth. They connect with ground user terminals. Think of these as your satellite dish, but much more sophisticated, which users can install at their homes or offices. The low Earth orbit of these satellites is a crucial aspect of Starlink's operation. Traditional internet satellites orbit at much higher altitudes, resulting in a noticeable delay or latency in data transmission. Starlink satellites, however, orbit much closer to the Earth, reducing this latency and providing a smoother, faster internet experience. But it's not just about speed. Starlink aims to provide internet coverage in places where traditional internet is unreliable or non-existent: remote areas, rural communities, and even on the high seas. This global coverage is a game changer, bringing the digital world to corners of the Earth where it's been out of reach. Starlink's operation is a complex interplay of advanced technologies. It's about using a swarm of low Earth orbit satellites to beam down internet signals to ground-based user terminals. It's about leveraging the low orbit of these satellites to deliver high-speed, low-latency internet. And it's about making the internet accessible to everyone, everywhere. Starlink's operation is thus a complex yet fascinating blend of advanced technology and ambitious vision. The potential benefits of Starlink stretch far beyond just providing internet service. As we delve into the benefits of Starlink, it's important to remember that it's not just about bringing high-speed internet to your living room. The service could quite literally revolutionize how we live, work, and interact with the world around us. Firstly, let's consider accessibility. Traditional internet services, as we know, are patchy at best in remote areas. By operating through a constellation of low Earth orbit satellites, Starlink aims to provide global coverage, ensuring that even the most secluded corners of our planet can enjoy reliable internet access. Imagine the potential. Remote work would no longer be limited to urban environments. Education could be accessible to all, irrespective of geography. And healthcare? Telemedicine could become a reality for those in remote areas who currently struggle to access basic medical services. Next, let's talk speed. In the digital age, internet speed is synonymous with efficiency. With Starlink, we're talking about high-speed internet connectivity that could give traditional broadband a run for its money. Whether you're streaming your favorite show, attending a virtual meeting, or playing an online game, Starlink aims to provide a seamless experience. Then there's the issue of latency. That's the delay between a user's action and a web application's response. Low latency is crucial for activities like online gaming, stock trading, and real-time communication. Starlink's low Earth orbit constellation is designed to significantly reduce this delay, offering a smoother and more responsive internet experience. But perhaps the most significant benefit of Starlink lies in its potential to level the digital playing field. In a world where access to information equals power, Starlink could play a pivotal role in bridging the digital divide, bringing opportunities and development to regions that have traditionally been left behind. The benefits of Starlink, therefore, have the potential to transform lives and societies. It's not just about faster browsing or smoother streaming, it's about access, opportunity, and ultimately empowerment. Despite its tremendous potential, Starlink also faces several significant challenges. One of the biggest obstacles is regulatory barriers. Different countries have different regulations for telecommunications and airspace, and navigating these can be a complex task. For instance, some countries may limit the number of satellites that can be launched, or impose strict rules on data security and privacy. However, SpaceX is actively engaging with regulators worldwide to ensure compliance and secure necessary permissions. Then, there's the issue of space debris. With thousands of satellites in low Earth orbit, the risk of collisions and the creation of space debris increases. This debris could pose a threat to other satellites and even manned space missions. To mitigate this, SpaceX has designed the Starlink satellites with autonomous collision avoidance systems. These systems use data from the US Department of Defense's debris tracking system to autonomously perform maneuvers to avoid potential collisions. Another challenge is the potential interference with astronomical observations. The bright streaks left by the satellites in the night sky can disrupt astronomical research. SpaceX has taken this concern seriously and is working on solutions. For instance, they have experimented with a darksat design, which aims to reduce the reflectivity of the satellites, making them less visible from Earth. But it doesn't stop there. The cost of Starlink services is another hurdle. While the pricing is competitive with other satellite internet providers, it's still higher than many ground-based services. This could limit Starlink's reach, particularly in developing countries where affordability is a key factor. SpaceX is exploring different pricing models to make the service more accessible. Lastly, there's the challenge of providing stable internet in extremely remote areas. While Starlink aims to provide global coverage, ensuring reliable service in remote and harsh environments can be technically challenging. But knowing SpaceX's track record, we can expect them to rise to the occasion. These challenges are formidable, but they are not insurmountable, especially for a company as innovative as SpaceX. The future of Starlink is as exciting as it is uncertain. As we gaze into the horizon, we see a world where Starlink could become a cornerstone of global communication infrastructure. But how could this unfold? Let's venture into the realm of possibilities. One potential innovation for Starlink is support for interplanetary communication. Imagine a future where we have a thriving Martian colony. Sounds like science fiction, right? But with SpaceX's ambitions, it's not entirely far-fetched. Starlink could potentially provide a vital comlink between Earth and Mars, enabling real-time communication across the vast expanse of space. It might even lay the groundwork for a solar system-wide internet, a concept that's as mind-boggling as it is thrilling. But let's not get too carried away. Closer to home, Starlink could revolutionize rural and remote internet access. By providing high-speed, low-latency internet in areas where traditional service providers struggle, Starlink could help bridge the digital divide that exists not just between countries, but also within them. And then there's the competition. Starlink isn't the only player aiming for the stars. Other companies like Amazon's Project Kuiper and OneWeb are also planning to launch their own satellite constellations. But with SpaceX's proven track record and the early lead it has taken, Starlink is well positioned to stay ahead in the race. However, it's not all smooth sailing. As Starlink expands, it will face an array of challenges, from regulatory hurdles to technical issues. It will need to navigate these obstacles while continuing to innovate and improve its services. Yet if there's one thing we've learned from observing SpaceX, it's that they're not afraid to push boundaries and explore new frontiers. And with Elon Musk at the helm, Starlink has the potential to transform the landscape of global internet connectivity. So, as we look towards the future, we can't help but feel a sense of anticipation. With Starlink, the future of global internet accessibility is bright, and the digital divide may soon be a thing of the past. So, what does all this mean for the future of global internet accessibility? In a nutshell, Starlink, SpaceX's brainchild, is an ambitious project that aims to transform our digital landscape. Harnessing a constellation of low Earth orbit satellites and ground user terminals, Starlink is poised to provide high-speed and low-latency internet, even in the most remote corners of the globe. The benefits are undeniable: increased accessibility, speed, and low latency. Nonetheless, Starlink faces formidable challenges, including regulatory hurdles, concerns about space debris, and potential interference with astronomical observations. Yet the service's speed, reliability, and coverage stand head and shoulders above traditional internet providers, making it a compelling competitor in the market. While costs involve subscription fees and equipment investment, the user-friendly installation process clearly sweetens the deal. With potential future innovations like support for interplanetary communication, Starlink is more than just a service. It's a revolution. In the quest to bridge the digital divide, Starlink is a bold and promising step forward.